Good morning. My name is Omar Callejas. I am from El Salvador. Today we are going to talk about the different career options of engineering with Zamorano first. As we can see, Zamorano has been recognized through the time for being a very complete aeronautical university. This can be accredited to the fact that it has different options of engineering, which are agricultural production science, agroindustry and food technology, and agribusiness administration. These careers are programmed to 4 years of study. The academical system followed in Zamorano consists of making the first 2 years of common studies and then to give the student the opportunity to choose the engineering in which he wants to specialize for the next 2 years. Now, we have 3 experts from different countries. We have Luis Gomez from Ecuador, and he is going to talk about agroindustry and food technology. From Honduras, we have Jose Luis, and he is going to explain the career of agribusiness administration. And finally, we have with us to Diego Rodriguez, who is he is from Guatemala, and he is going to talk about the career of agricultural production science. Thank you.
Good morning. Now we are going to have an interview with the third-year student Edgar Medal from the career of CPA. So, Edgar, the first question about the career of agricultural science production is, what's your opinion about the career?
Okay, the career is very important in our country, especially in Latin America, because we are in the time that we produce more for feed the world or or to export our products, or even to have a high production yields with high productivity and being profitable.
So you think all the students here in Zamorano, the career that they choose the most is this one?
For excellence in Zamorano, the students prefer the science production career, because Zamorano is very famous because of for agriculture terms.
Okay. The next question is, how does agricultural production science helps in the society or in your country, for example?
In my country?
Yes.
Well, CPA helps in my country. I'm from El Salvador, because we don't produce all the raw materials in El Salvador. Every vegetables, every fruits we import, and basic grains we import from Nicaragua and Honduras and Guatemala. However, we are interested in this area in CPA because we need to produce for feed the nation, our country.
Okay. What about the learning by doing method of Zamorano? Do you think is an excellent opportunity the students have, because they have the opportunity to work and to develop all these tools, so in the future they can use them and in their country?
Sure. The learning by doing here in Zamorano is a complement with the theoretical knowledge that you receive in your class, in your rooms, and I think it's a very good experience, because at my 3rd year I'm from the city and not from the fields, from the other parts of my country. I learned in all of these years a lot of production of, for example, in farm pigs and horticulture, and in birds, in the laboratories, it's a very good experience here in Zamorano because they teach, they teach to you or they lend you the tools to being a very good professional in this area.
Yes. What about, well, when you came in first year to San Juan, did you already know that you are going to choose a science production, or do you think in another career?
No, I'm thinking in agroindustria, but however, I think that the CPA is a very used tool in my area because, well, I'm not from the field, I'm from the city, but I really like the field because it's where a nation came to could go on in the future, and you can feed.
Yeah, well, the field is where all the plants are and the crops they plant and they feed our nation.
Sure,
Yes.
sure. It's very important the part of being productive in your country.
Okay, and I have one last question. How does the career help you in your thesis, or the tools that you are being provided? How they can help you for developing your thesis?
Well, you can state your basis of your thesis like the apply the knowledge in your experiments. Like for example, you will create a parcela, and all the irrigation and fertilizing calculation, you will put all this knowledge, all this theoretical knowledge in your thesis, in your practice.
Yeah,
It's very important.
So it's easier when you already pass all this like process of the learning by doing method. It's easier for you to develop your own thesis.
Yeah, yes, right. It's very simple because you synthesize all the theoretical classes and your practice in a one experiment. Okay. So you can develop very well.
Okay, so thank you very much,
Okay.
Edgar. I appreciate you for your help.
Thank you.
So this is how the interview ends, and I'm sure that we'll have good information about this career. So thank you.
We are here with Pechi 14, third grade EAP Zamorano from AGA. So Pechi, can you tell us something about AGA?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to thank you for considering me for this interview. About AGA, I think there is a thing about AGA, I mean, is a new career in all the Latin America background. I think there is a field that offers a lot of possibilities of growth, a lot of possibilities of work, and a lot of possibilities to improve a lot of things. What about food science concerns? So it is very interesting to study something like that. That is kind of mix between science and agriculture and chemistry and a lot of science. So it is very, it's kind of hard, but it is very regretful to study that.
So for your future, what's your goal in AGA?
Well, inside the university, inside AGA Zamorano, I would like to do a decent degree thesis for the next year. I mean, I have these ideas and I would like to see concrete one of them. I would like to do something important for the career and for myself with the thesis and also with my GPA, and also I would like to graduate to get my degree and see back and see that all that I do, all that I did in these 4 years and overall these 2 years in AGA, worth. It's worth.
So what is your thesis about?
Well, I have these ideas for helping in post-harvest field for preserve fruits and vegetables so they could be exported to Europe and United States and Asia. So I would like really to improve the processes that we use in post-harvest things. So I'm working on that. I'm working with several ideas for could will reach that fruits and vegetables have a longer life, so they could be sold in markets along the world.
Okay, so what's your main reason for you to study in AGA?
Well, AGA, I decided to study AGA like 6 or 7 years ago. I was, in that time, I was always interested in agriculture, but I found about this AGA agro-industry field, and I really get involved with it. I mean, I really like it, the things of processing, the machinery, the processes, the chemistry inside that, and I really loved it. So I made a research when I was in high school and see that the opportunity to study agro-industry here in Zamorano. So I came for it, and because I see AGA like a place where I have many chances to do big things, to get to improve a lot of things. So that's my main reason.
Okay, and in modules, do you think that modules will help you in your career?
Of course, I mean, that's why learning by doing is so important for us, like as Zamorano students. If you appreciate that, if you work hard, and if you are open-minded when you are in your learning by doing, you could learn a lot of them. Even in those tasks where you think that are awful, that are awkward, I mean, there has been several times that I thought this is useless, and this thing that I am doing is like crap. They just made up these tasks for people's working. But even that kind of task could help you a lot. I mean, you are in the field, you are working, you are in that rhythm, and that helps you to. That helps you at the time that you have to work on your site. Once you get your degree and go work outside, I mean, you will say, wow, I mean, that kind of things really help me versus all the students, all the college students that just take classes.
Okay. An AGA, how can help to society, to our society in your country?
I think that AGA is an important possibility to help all our societies. I mean, not only in Ecuador, where I come from, but in all Latin America. I think that processing, that manufacturing things, is very important for us, like Latin Americans, improve our economic system, improve our lifestyle. I mean, we Latin Americans have a strong agriculture. I mean, the basis of our society is agriculture. So I think in AGI, like at the next step. I mean, if we process our food, if we process our products, our agricultural products, we are adding value at them. So that could make us self-sustainable and improve a lot of our economic system, and help a lot of agricultures, create a lot of jobs. So I think that processing foods that AGI does is very important. It is the key for the economic development of Latin America.
Okay, thank you, Pechi.
Thank you. Thank all of you.
Today we're with two engineers agribusiness, with Christian Alvarado, with Fernando Guaman, and we have a model, that's Daniela Onofre. We're gonna ask them what they think about their career. The first question is to Fernando Guaman. What do you think about the career of agrobusiness until now?
Well, I think these careers were good because they teach you how to manage company and that things.
Okay, the second question is to Christian Alvarado. How do you are gonna use the knowledge acquired in the career in the future when you get graduated?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna return to my city and work for my family business and try to make more money to help to improve the company.
Okay, now another question to Fernando Guaman. What is your goal to follow in the future?
First, have my own company, make a lot of money, and I don't know, have my own farm.
And tell me, Daniela, what do you think of this career? Knowing that you're not part of it, but what do you think about?
I think that this career is very good, very exactly because people that study that can work a lot in many companies and win a lot of money. So, but they have to be very responsible because they are the president for all the companies. So if they lost, they can lose everything
Nice.
in the company, for example. So
Okay.
I think that they have to be very intelligent and they work with a lot of numbers. And
Exactly.
I think that it's a good career to study here because they are relational with the nature and that.
Nice, nice. Now, this other question I'm gonna ask it to Christian Alvarado. So tell me, what was your principal reason, or why did you decide to study agrobusiness, and why did you decide to study here in Zamorano?
Well, because this is a very good university with a lot of prestige, and because this career helps a lot to improve, will help a lot to improve the things that the company needs, and because this career is for making people leaders, and maybe in the future, if God wants, I can be the boss of a very important company.
Nice. And tell me more about your life here in Zamorano. How does it feel to be far from where you live? What do you feel getting far of your family for a long time?
Well, at the beginning, it was a little bit difficult, but when you focus in the things you want, the other things are secondary, and with God's help, you improve that.
Okay, thank you. And Fernando, tell me, was it difficult the first day you came here? What did you think about Zamorano the first time you get here?
Well, my first day here was so difficult, and the next 2 weeks the same thing, very hard. But now I'm so adapted here in the system. So
Okay, so I'm just gonna ask you the last question. Do you think the opportunity that Zamorano gives to you, that is learning by doing, will help you with this career, this agrobusiness, that it emphasized with numbers and making a lot of calculation? Do you think the learning by doing might help you with it?
Yeah, sure. It will help us a lot because with that career, that's the money we're gonna make, and it's very good, that career, and I like it because you can see, you can be in the field, but also you can be in the office working, sharing numbers and all that stuff.
And you, Fernando?
Yes, learn by doing is very important because it helps us to know how to work in the farm. So that.
Okay. Do you have something to say, Daniela?
I think that it's very important learning by doing because when you graduate here, you can start to working in in a no in a place, in whatever place,
Okay.
and after that you can make your own company and you learn a lot of all. For
Oh, okay.
example, of all the careers of all, not necessarily for agrobusiness.
Okay. Thank you very much for giving me some of your time. This is all.
Okay.
Right now, we are going to explain our conclusion about this panel. We are going to start with Diego Varillas in the area of agronomical production science.
Well, first of all, I think the agronomical production science career here in Zamorano is the best of all because it's where all the production and all the crops are going to help the other careers to produce, because without crops the plants can't produce anything. And also the conclusion that I have from the interview is that this career is the one that the students choose the most.
Let's continue with Jose Luis in the area of agribusiness administration.
Okay, our business is really important because you need to know how to manage your money. You need to know how to administrate your money, and that's really important. It's not only the physical work on the campus and all around the crops. You need to know how to work with your money, and our business gives you the opportunity.
Now let's continue with Ms. Gomez in the area of agroindustrial and food technology.
Well, AGI is a very important degree because you can use the things that you produce to make other things, and then you can sell it with more value. So it's important to society and to an economy for a nation.
Now, we can have as a conclusion that the three careers we have explained in the video, they are complement to each other, forming from Zamorano a university that is complemented between their own studies. And this is the very productive conclusion we have taken about this video. Thank you.